Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into one of the most recognizable rifles in the modern world, the AR-15 and its close cousin, the M4. Whether you see them in movies, in competitions, or in toolkits at a range, these rifles trigger strong opinions, passionate communities, and an enormous aftermarket. This video walks through what makes these platforms so popular, why customization is almost a culture unto itself, and what kinds of changes are commonly made, all with an eye toward history, design, responsible ownership, and the different directions people take when they personalize their rifles. If you're new here, hit subscribe and ring the bell. I'll guide you through this without getting into anything unsafe or illegal, focusing on the story, the styles, and the practical considerations for lawful owners and enthusiasts. Start with the basics. The AR-15 and the M4 come from the same family tree, a design philosophy that emphasizes modularity, lightweight, and ease of maintenance. The original design that inspired both was revolutionary for its time because it used modern materials and a gas system that allowed for a lighter, more controllable platform suitable for modern infantry needs. Over time, the basic layout, a two-part receiver with a top rail, a rotating bolt, and a directable accessory attachment system, became a template that other manufacturers and aftermarket makers embraced. For civilians, the AR-15 performance profile, ergonomics, relatively low recoil, and a wide range of commercially available accessories made it a versatile choice for target shooting, hunting, competition, and recreational use. The M4, developed for military use, is a compact carbine variant with a shorter barrel and a collapsible stock designed for close-quarters situations and troop mobility. The military specification and the civilian commercial offerings share many visual and functional traits, and that overlap fuels curiosity, imitation, and personalization. Why does customization matter so much with these rifles? Partly because the design was, right from the beginning, built to be modified. The AR platform's modularity encourages user choice. Swapping sights, adding grips, or changing stocks are usually straightforward. But beyond mechanical convenience, customization is an expression of identity. Two shooters can own functionally similar rifles and personalize them in completely different ways to reflect intended use, aesthetic taste, or ergonomic preference. One owner might focus on lightweight accessories for long days on a hunt, another might add competition-grade sights and triggers to shave tenths of a second from a stage time. The fact that the parts industry exploded around the platform means there's a huge ecosystem of quality components, varied price points, and cottage industry manufacturers making everything from simple upgrades to high-end specialty items. Let's explore common categories of personalization and what people are usually trying to achieve with each. First, cosmetic customization. This is the most visible and often the least controversial category. Owners change furniture, the stock, pistol grip, and handguard to get a unique look or feel. Furniture now comes in countless colors, textures, and materials. Some people go for classic black polymer, others choose earth tones, camouflage patterns, or bright colors for a distinctive appearance. Cerakote and other finishes offer a durable way to change the external appearance while protecting metal parts from corrosion. Badges, engraved bolt carriers, and decorative end plates let owners further individualize without altering how the rifle functions. Cosmetic changes are largely about personalization and pride of ownership. They don't change the basic behavior of the firearm and are a safe way for many people to make a rifle their own. Second, ergonomics and handling. Many customizations fall under the umbrella of making the rifle more comfortable and more intuitive to use. Stocks are easy examples. Adjustable stocks let users fine-tune length of pull so that shooters of different sizes or those wearing different layers can get a better cheek weld and sight picture. Angled foregrips and vertical grips change how people present and manipulate the rifle. Trigger upgrades, a very common topic among enthusiasts, are often described in terms of feel. Lighter pulls, crisper breaks, and shorter resets can help some shooters achieve better accuracy and faster follow-up shots. It's important to be careful with language here. Talk about the feel and ergonomics, not about modifying triggers to circumvent safety mechanisms or work around legal restrictions. Swap in a higher quality trigger because it's manufactured to tighter tolerances and tested for safe, reliable operation. That's the responsible way to frame it. Third, sights and optics. This area might feel almost endless because modern optics have transformed shooting. Where iron sights used to be the default, a wide variety of red dot sights, low-power variable optics, and magnified scopes are now affordable and accessible. The right optic depends on the rifle's intended role. For close quarters or dynamic shooting, the red dot is popular because it gives a fast, clear point of aim without magnification. For longer distances, variable magnification optics that blend close engagement with mid-range precision are favored. Many owners mount backup iron sights either for redundancy or to comply with certain competition rules. Rail systems and mounts are abundant, and choosing the right position and co-witness, how the optic and the iron sights align, is part of thoughtful setup. Again, the key is matching the optic to the task, speed and simplicity for short range, precision and range for farther targets. Now, let's talk about the community and culture around customization. The aftermarket ecosystem is one of the platform's most interesting features. Thousands of small companies and independent designers create niche parts. Online forums, local ranges, and social media groups thrive on sharing builds, troubleshooting, and showing off projects. Build threads might follow a theme like lightweight mountain carbine, budget precision AR, or retro M4 tribute, and each encourages creativity within the bounds of safety and law. Many enthusiasts find that building a rifle, choosing parts, thinking about balance, and testing configurations is an engaging hobby akin to automotive tuning or high-end audio rigging. For content creators and presenters, showing the intent behind each part selection helps viewers learn which choices map to which outcomes. Safety and legal considerations must be woven into every conversation about firearms and customization. Local laws vary dramatically. What's perfectly lawful in one region might be restricted or prohibited in another. Always tell viewers that they should check and comply with local, state, and national regulations before making any modifications. Safety training, proper storage, and safe handling are non-negotiable. Customization should never be a shortcut to unsafe behavior. If a modification affects the operation, such as a change that could influence reliability or trigger functioning, get it inspected by a qualified gunsmith and ensure that the rifle functions safely under various conditions. Transport and storage norms also change with accessories. For example, certain optics or add-ons might change how the rifle needs to be carried securely. Let's pause and consider the criticism and controversy that surrounds these rifles. Because the AR platform is so visible and often associated with high-profile incidents in media, public conversation can be polarized. Some criticize the prevalence of these rifles, others defend civilians' rights to own and configure them for legitimate purposes like sport shooting and hunting. A balanced script acknowledges this context. The platform's prominence in culture makes it a lightning rod, and responsible ownership includes community engagement, respect for differing viewpoints, and a commitment to safety and legal compliance. Whether you're documenting a build for entertainment or teaching new shooters, framing the conversation with respect and factual clarity helps reduce misunderstanding. Next, talk about practical considerations for someone thinking about customizing their own rifle. First, set clear goals. Ask yourself what you want the rifle to do. If the aim is competition, focus on optics, triggers, and ergonomics. If the goal is hunting, prioritize weight, barrel length, and a reliable optics suitable for distance. If you want a carbine for casual range fun, think about balance, recoil management, and user comfort. Second, set a budget. The aftermarket ranges from wallet-friendly parts to premium boutique components. Good planning helps avoid the upgrade treadmill where incremental parts add up quickly. Third, research brands and read reviews from knowledgeable sources. Parts quality and compatibility can vary, and a well-made mid-tier item often outperforms a cheap part. Fourth, consider professional help for complex modifications. Gunsmiths add value, especially when fitment and headspace or other technical dimensions matter. Finally, test responsibly. After making changes, spend time on the range with safe procedures and perhaps a qualified instructor to verify that the rifle performs safely and effectively under realistic use. One of the fascinating byproducts of this customization culture is the democratization of specialized use. 10 years ago, a competitive shooter or a hunter had to invest in a custom factory rifle to get tailored ergonomics. Today, modular parts let a single owner iterate toward their ideal configuration over time. That modularity also fosters innovation. Small companies can introduce novel designs, gather user feedback, and refine products more quickly than large OEMs historically could. The result is a diverse marketplace where aesthetics, ergonomics, and performance features evolve rapidly. Now let's cover maintenance and longevity, the unsung hero of good customization. No matter how many shiny parts you add, consistent care will keep the rifle reliable. Regular cleaning, proper lubrication, and periodic inspection of wear parts like springs, pins, and the gas system on gas-operated variants are essential. When adding accessories, watch mounting points and torque specifications. Optics should be mounted to prevent loosening under recoil, and rail-mounted accessories should not stress attachment interfaces. Battery-powered optics and lights add a maintenance layer. Keep spares and check seals if you expect to use the rifle in wet conditions. If a custom part requires periodic attention, document it in a maintenance log so nothing gets missed after months of storage. Let's also touch on training and user proficiency. A well-customized rifle is only as effective as the operator using it. Custom setups should be matched to the user's skill level and practiced until tools and controls become second nature. For athletes in practical shooting sports, regular dry-fire practice and live-fire time train muscle memory. For hunters, sighting in for the expected ranges and practicing shots that mirror field conditions builds confidence. For any owner, basic marksmanship, range safety rules, and legal knowledge are core competencies that should accompany any customization project. Finally, close with the human side. Customizing a rifle can be an act of personal expression, a way to blend historic homage with modern performance, or to create a tool that aligns with one's practical needs. It's also an entry into a community. Ranges, online forums, and local clubs can be excellent places to learn, trade ideas, and test configurations in a social, regulated environment. Responsible enthusiasts often help each other, swapping advice about ergonomics, pointing out legal pitfalls, and offering maintenance tips. If you're documenting your build for an audience, share your reasoning as much as your results. Viewers respond to the story behind a build, why you chose a part, what problem you wanted to solve, and what lessons you learned through trial and error. To wrap things up, the AR-15 and M4 family are more than just firearms, they're platforms that invite personalization, innovation, and community. Customization ranges from purely cosmetic choices to carefully engineered performance upgrades, but all modifications should be guided by safety, legality, and clear intent. If you're considering changes to a rifle you legally own, plan first, prioritize reputable parts and professional help for complex work, and make sure your training keeps pace with your equipment. The beauty of this platform is that it can adapt to many roles while still offering a coherent identity. The responsibility belongs to each owner to respect that power. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, leave a comment telling me what part of customization interests you most: optics, furniture, or that elusive perfect trigger feel. If you want a future video, I can break down common accessories, do a budget versus premium comparison, or walk through the thought process of planning a build step by step, always focusing on safety and legality. Don't forget to like the video if you learned something, subscribe for more gear breakdowns and practical guides, and share this with a friend who's into builds. Stay safe, respect the law, and enjoy learning. See you next time.